Alright, so we're back once again looking at this very simple jQuery documentation that we're doing and help video. I took some stuff out and I added some stuff, so I'll show you what I added. I just added this div down here called IT Great, gave it a row, tell me what to say, add some styling for it so that it's not bunched up. And yeah, pretty much just that, so I'm going to close that so we don't need any more. I took away one aspect where I'm not manipulating this anymore. I'm going to be manipulating that differently. So if I run this, hello world, this button's not going to be doing anything right now because we haven't done anything with it. Remember, this is the HW thing. We had it printing out something else, but now we're going to, we had it printing out this is the coolest. Now we're going to print out something differently. I also added this new array on the very top. See, greeting types. Hi, bye, hello, goodbye. So we're going to dynamically add these buttons that's going to say hi, bye, hello, goodbye to the page right here. And then we're also going to make those clickable. And then upon being clicked, it's going to say hi, bye, hello, or goodbye. So we're going to do that. So once again, I have my onClick right here. So this onClick is going to handle what's going to happen when this button's clicked, because this has the ID of hello world, or HW. So the very first thing that we need to do is, inside this function, is we need to write a new var. Now once again, there shouldn't be a problem if I named it this, but I'm going to name it differently, so I'm going to do button, and I'm going to do hello. Actually, let me do greet. That makes more sense. So button greet, and I'm going to say that's equal to a jQuery request. So this is jQuery once again telling that I want it to use this, so I'm going to do a button tag. So there I've made a button tag. And now what I'm going to do is I want to put some text on there. So bar button text, and I want that to be equal to greet. The greeting array. Now I've just run into a problem. I want this to make 4 buttons because I'm making one for hi, bye, hello, and goodbye. So this is not going to work. It could work, but that means I need to repeat this like this. And then I need to change these to what I need. And I think I made 1 too extra. Yes, I did. So I would need to bake this like that. This is way too much work because basically now what I need to do is I need to now put the attributes in there. I need to do that every time. There's a lot better way to do this, and we're going to do it really, really fast. And that's what we call a for loop, which I already have a video for if you want to check that out. And we want that to be greeting type length. So now this is going to run 4 times. Oops. Greeting types. Take this out. I don't need this anymore. And I'm going to do end of for loop I. I do I here just in case if I have a for loop inside that I know this one belongs to the I, so it's just a habit that I've gotten into. So what I'm going to do is just simply take this, cut that out, and I'm just going to pop it in there. So now this is going to run 4 times, and then obviously I need to change this to I. So the first time it's going to be hi, second time it's going to be bye, third time, or sorry, first, second, third, third time it's going to be hello, fourth time it's going to be goodbye. So now we've got our text taken care of. And I will show you what this looks like. So I am going to do my selector. And obviously I want to do it on the third. I want to put the buttons on third. Dot append. Remember, I want to do append here because I want all the buttons to be on there. If I did HTML, it would delete it every single time. Whoops, this is the wrong thing. So I need buttons greet. And if I run this, you'll see what happens here. Oh, I'm getting an error. on line 30. Ah! It said movies is not defined. That's a very good point. It's not. I don't know why I typed movies there. I think I got my other example confused in my head. I apologize. And nothing's happening. Ah, you see this right here? I forgot to put what type of selector it is. So obviously this is a ID. This is part of programming, by the way. I'm not saying that I have all the answers, but you know, I'm intuitive enough to figure out some things. But programming is about typing in errors and Googling. And so I made a simple mistake here. I forgot to put the ID thing. And that's just part of programming. And so we're back in there and we're trying it again. So here. So I got these printed out. Now if I look this up in my console, bring that over here. Whoa, don't want it that big. Do something like this. So I'm going to now see right here, here's the buttons. Button, 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 button. So we're happy with that. Once again, let's add some attributes to this, much like we did here. One thing I didn't show you on the last one, there is another way to do this. You can do .add class like this and then put your classes in there and then do attribute. That's why I like to do attribute, because it allows me all to do it in one line and I know exactly what I'm applying to the button in one little block of code, rather than just looking through the code and finding where I did that mistake or whatnot, or where I put something. So I liked it in one little place, so I know when I'm looking at attributes, that's what I'm putting on there. So I'm not going to put an actual ID on this one because I don't need an ID. I just need a class. Okay, so I need a class. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to copy and paste this. Where am I here? Copy and paste this, just like this. And I'm going to add a new one. I'm going to do success, which is within Bootstrap as well. And if I run this, see how it looks nice and pretty now? I like that a lot better. So now I've added those things to it. Now if I open up my thing again, and I look at these buttons, Control-Shift-C, there's the buttons. Take a look at that. I have button, I have the default, text center, and I have the success on there. So that is making those for me, dynamically making it to the page. But I want to add something else here, because I want to make these clickable. Now it's not a good idea to make these IDs all the same. Remember IDs, so if I, for example, did this, and I had this set to greetings or something like that, that's not good. Your ID always should be unique to one element. So we're going to stick with class, and we're going to call this class greeting. Just like that. So class greeting. So now if I save this, whoops, wrong click. What's going on? Why is it opening that? Weird. Oh, I know, I'm hitting the wrong button. Okay. Whoops. Alright. So if I go back here, run this, and I go to my developer tools, and I take a look at this file right here. Look, it's got greeting on it. So each one of these has a greeting class to it. That greeting class is doing nothing but making it easy for us to identify in code when we want to use it. So now what I want to do is I'm going to introduce to a new concept called data dash. Data dash is a very unique way to get information out of this. So we're going to do data dash greet is going to equal. Now I can use the array here. So I'm going to use the array. Sorry, I'm downloading stuff. Let me get that out of here. So I'm going to use the array here. And so what this is going to do is going to put a data attribute onto each one of those. And I'll show you why that's so powerful. So I saved it. I'm going to go reload this, pull up this, reload, look at these again. Take a look at data dash greeting. So I have it right in here. So data dash greeting. Now greet can be anything. You could have done KH1256. It can be whatever you want. So this data dash greeting, or greet, sorry, is equal to each one of the button types. Hi, bye, hello, goodbye. So now what I want to do is I want to make these buttons active, and this code is getting way too long for me. I don't like it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to, outside of my on-click of the first button, I'm going to make a new function called greeting, greet. I don't want to name it the same. Oh, I can do greeting because I haven't used greeting before, have I? Once again, all of these things should be unique. So that's the same, so I'm going to do greetings, and that should be different. Yeah, okay, greetings. So I'm going to make a function here. Now remember, you could have put it right here or here, but I like to do this because it's a little cleaner. So after this is done running, the for loop, what we're going to do is just call greeting. And that should just plop us right in this function right here. So that's just a nice way to condense code and not make it so, rambunctious. So now we're going to dynamically add things based on this click. So I want this div to show hi, bye, hello, or goodbye based on the click. So if I click goodbye, it's going to say goodbye here. If I click bye, it's going to say there, so on and so forth. So we're going to do that there. There is this very powerful thing within jQuery called this. And you're going to use this whenever you want to capture what the user has clicked on. So I'm going to use a thing called var user. I'm going to once again say, hey, I want to use the jQuery library right here. I want to use it. And then you go like this and this. Notice that it's a keyword. It changed to orange. So what this is going to capture is the actual user click, and I'll show you exactly what this looks like. So I'm going to reload the page. I'm going to click on this. Now if I go over to console, look at that. So it just, where is the thing? It should be different. Why does it just show me window? Ah, that's why, because I'm clicking on window. I need to put my selector. Once again, programming is just, you don't know everything. So we're going to do our on-click event. So the reason it was showing me window is because I wasn't separating it like this. So basically this will only run when one of these buttons are clicked. So I'm going to put class, remember with class use dot or hashtag if ID, so this is class greeting. Oops. So we're going to do that, and now we should get the result we wanted. See? So it's basically grabbing this whole thing. So data is, or I'm sorry, button, button default, text center, greeting, everything's right in there. So we're happy with this. We're very happy. See everything that's happening behind the scenes. It's amazing what Google can do. So we're gonna shut that. So now what I want is I want to grab the data of what's stored in that thing. And I'll show you what I mean. So I go back here. I want to grab hello. I want to grab goodbye. I want to grab bye and hi based on the user click. So you can do this with the same variable. I like to use a different variable. So you could have done user equals. You could have done that, but I prefer to use a different variable, two variables here. So I say user pick. This is just my notation. This helps me know what user is doing and what the user is picking. So this, once again, you don't have to follow this. This is just how I do it. There's many ways to skin a cat within programming. And so what we're going to do is we're going to do user pick equals user. Remember, user is equal to, if I go back here, this whole thing within the click. So if I click hello, user is equal to basically this, hello. So it's equal to all this. So I want to say, I want to get the data out of it. So I use dot data, another function, a wonderful function. Dot data, and I'm going to tell what type of grading, what type of data I want. I want the data out of greeting. Is that what I called it? Yeah, greet. Right there. So I want the data out of there. And if I console log that, user pick, oops, reload this, go back to my console, look at that. It's hello, click goodbye. It's bye or goodbye. Click hi. See that? Oh, isn't that awesome? That is so awesome. And so now it's just simply putting it to the page. So I'm going to do a selector, and this is called ID greet dot, and we can do HTML, you can do append, it's all your preference or whatever the program's calling for. Oh, don't need that, I need user pick. And take a look at this. If this doesn't bring your breath away, I just don't know what to say. Isn't that awesome? Just very simple program here just to do this. Whenever you want to grab what the user is doing on the screen, remember that you want to always use this keyword. This is very powerful. This is what stuck. I was stuck on a problem for a very, very long time because I didn't know about this. And then Sean, my instructor and mentor, told me about this keyword, and that just pretty much changed my life. So take a look at that. If that's not gorgeous, I don't know what. So that's just a simple way to do this. And now I want to show you how awesome this is. Imagine if you wanted to print out the entire alphabet. Do you imagine the amount of static code you would have to write right here to do that? You would have to write button every single time, the class of the class that you want the button to look like, the ID of the button, the attribute of the button. We basically did this in how many lines of code? If you took out this lines of code, basically almost 10 lines of code. So much faster and efficient than just doing HTML. So this is why your HTML should start, once you start getting comfortable with jQuery, it should start getting less and less and less because it is way too, jQuery is way too powerful not to be used. So yeah, once again, just a simple thing to do, and yeah, I think this is really cool. Thanks for watching.